Hi, this is Jennifer from the UCBA Math Lab. This video will give a short introduction to how equations work in algebra and explain how to solve one-step linear equations. When learning arithmetic, you would see the operations written like this. All we need to do here is add 1 plus 2 equals something, and we would calculate the result. But in algebra, when we don't know something, we use a variable such as x. This represents what we are trying to find. So long as the unknown variable is by itself on one side, we have solved for it. In this case, x is just equal to 3. Let's look at a slightly different equation now. The equal sign here tells us that the two sides must be the same value. Remember that x represents something we don't know. So let's think about this. What number, if we subtract 2, will give us 1? Hopefully you can see that this number must be 3. So that means that x equals 3. We will discuss a more formal way of doing this for more complex equations, but it's still a good idea to understand this basic concept. So I want you to think of an equation like a balance scale, so that both sides of the scale must always be in balance. The equation can never have one side be a different value than the other. This is helpful to remember for another important reason. We can never do an operation on one side of the equation without doing exactly the same operation on the other. That way the scale is always in balance. So what are opposite operations? It means exactly what it sounds like. They undo each other. These are also called inverses. There are two sets of opposite operations to remember for linear equations. Addition and subtraction, and multiplication and division are also opposites. So let's look at the equation from before. Remember, the goal is to get x by itself on one side, so what can we do to undo the minus 2? Let's add 2 to that side. But remember, that also means we must add 2 to the right side to keep the equation in balance. Now, on the left side of the equation, the negative 2 and the positive 2 cancel out, leaving just x. And on the right side, 1 plus 2 is 3, so x equals 3. How about some more practice? Try using opposite operations to get x by itself on one side of the equation and solve it. Pause the video here and try to solve each equation. And these are the answers. I encourage you to also check out the next video for a more detailed explanation of a method you can use to solve linear equations with multiple steps. I hope that this video was helpful to you. As always, if you need help on this topic or any other, we would love for you to contact us in the Math Lab. You can also contact us via email with questions or schedule an appointment through TutorTrack. There is more information about contacting us on the UCBA Math Lab website.